I'd like to welcome you all to today's gathering and extend a special welcome to each of our guests today. The Honourable Tim Watts, Federal Member for Gellibrand, representing the Honourable Bill Shorten, the Federal Opposition Leader. The Honourable Adam Bant, Federal Member for Melbourne and Greens Deputy Leader. The Honourable Tim Smith, State Member for Kew, Shadow Parliamentary Secretary to the Leader of the Opposition, representing the Honourable Matthew Guy, Leader of the Opposition. The Most Reverend Vincent Long Nguyen, Auxiliary Bishop of Melbourne Archdiocese. Councillor Philip Vlahojanis, Mayor of Yarra City. Councillor Nam Quoc, Mayor of Maribyrnong City. Mrs. Kum Jun, President of the Australian Vietnamese Women's Association. Mr. Alan Kaufman, CEO of Labour Ethnic Media. Representatives of the media and friends and staff of TiVi Tuan-san newspaper. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Van Nguyen, and on behalf of Mr. Hong-Anh Nguyen, songwriter, editor and publisher of TiVi Tuan-san newspaper, we welcome all of you to today's function.
This is coming, lives have on chain. This is coming, human love's gone. This gave to me so much hardship. This gave to me untold sorrow. This is coming, separation. This is coming, loss of friendship. This gave to me, families lost. This gave to me, loss of fortune.
First, I'd like to congratulate Hong-Anh on the launch of his CD, Boat People Dance. His music is not merely for entertainment. It expresses the sentiments of our Vietnamese people who lived through some of the most turbulent periods in our modern history.
Of imposters, this is coming, prisons built up, this is coming.
When I first met Mr. Hong-Anh many years ago, I think it was 10 years ago, more than that, but 10 years ago he started writing stories about me, I think. I always knew that there was something deep down that this man had, and I think, there's something really poetic there. So I just wanted to acknowledge that.
Hòa bình giấc mơ của dân tộc tôi, của người dân Nam.
For the lyrics of the song that Hong-Anh just sang, you could hear the words of desperation, separation, doom, and death.
Has the peace come to Vietnam in the last 40 years? No. Trong 40 năm qua, Việt Nam chúng ta có hòa bình thực sự hay không? Thưa không. Bởi vì hòa bình dân xưng.
History is recording all those happening, and the records are not just in formal means, in books, in stories, but also in songs. And Hong-Anh is one of many people have written their feelings, what they have witnessed into the song has been part of the history of those years and even up to today.
The music of Hong-Anh serves to remind us of our past and our commitment to the future of our people in Vietnam.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today, as we gather here in this very room, exactly 40 years ago, The tanks of North Vietnam crashed the gate of South Vietnam Presidential Palace and put an end to the Republic of South Vietnam.
The 30th of April, today, in 2015, marks the 40th anniversary of the fall of Saigon. 40 years ago, the Vietnamese refugee came to Australia to escape communist persecution in Vietnam.
The 40th anniversary of the 30th of April is not only the time that we reflect about the suffering, the sacrifices that people have gone through, but also to commemorate and to celebrate the success of the settlement, particularly in Australia and elsewhere in the world.
Today, there are approximately over 200,000 people of Vietnamese descent who call Australia home.
Our Vietnamese community, Australians of Vietnamese heritage, came here in tragic circumstances, leaving a war-torn country, a homeland, and any migrant knows that one's homeland carries a special place in your heart and your mind.
A point that I like to make when I go to Parliament is look at what a success story Melbourne has been and what an indication it is that when we treat boat people like people, we all win. We all win. And you are a reminder of that for us every day.
I was born in 1983. I'm the youngest member of the Parliamentary Liberal Party here in Victoria. And the first Vietnamese boat arrived in 1975, as has already been said. I can't imagine Melbourne without you guys. What would this place have been like without Victoria Street? God, it would have been boring. You guys add such vibrancy and life, and your food is just magnificent. And as someone who is unashamedly Gen Y and very proud to live just over the river in Kew from Victoria Street, all I can say is that I think what you have added to our city and to our cultural diversity is, frankly, city-changing, life-changing.
We celebrate, we remember the past, celebrate the present and the recent past of the successful contribution, but we also look forward to contribute more, further, better for the country we're living in, for our home. And we also will not forget the 90 million people in Vietnam still being under the communist, the oppressive, and of a regime that do not respect human rights.
So we're here today to celebrate and commemorate a few different things, but I just want to highlight again one recent event, and this is the Vietnamese community in Victoria's efforts to say thank you to Australia to mark the 40th anniversary of Vietnam settlement in Australia. When they first arrived, there was no SBS Vietnamese language news, no internet to keep up to date with international events, no way to inform the entire Vietnamese Australian community about the issues affecting them except through word of mouth, and no way to tell the Australian Vietnamese community stories.
Publications like yours, sir, are absolutely vital Australian media outlets, not ethnic media, not a little niche thing. They're not community papers, they are Australian media. They stand on the very same level as the media that consider themselves mainstream and important.
30 years ago, Hong-Anh Nguyen decided to launch a Vietnamese language newspaper covering all news local, national and international. Through Hong-An's hard work, thousands of people who were previously cut off were finally able to stay informed and up to date with current affairs in our community.
Publications like TiVi Tuan-san are speaking to and are speaking for a sector of our community, and they have strong penetration through that community, and they track the lives of the community. Over the 30 years, I'm sure Mr. Hong-Anh can tell us of the various milestones that his publication has tracked.
So I would like to take this opportunity to particularly congratulate Hong-Anh for two things. First, for launching the CD, and secondly, for the 30th year of the TiVi Tuan-san present and contributing to the media activities of the Vietnamese community.
We celebrate 40 years of settlement, and thank you, Australia. Thank you, the people in Australia. Thank you, the government of Australia. And especially, thank you, the late former Prime Minister Malcolm Fraser for opening your arms to welcome us to Australia, including myself, including some of our friends here, and helping us to start a fresh new life in this beautiful country.